Good morning, skiers and snowboarders. It is Sunday, Daylight Savings Day time day, Sunday, March the 8th, about 9:29 a.m. Should be 8:29 a.m. It is kind of a gray day, a little bit of a bummer, melancholy kind of a day as well. I'm coming to you right now, giving you an updated kind of a tour of the areas, mainly because several ski areas have now, due to the weather and due to the lack of skier interest, have already kind of decided to close up a bit early, a little earlier than normal. I think at least anyway. But we are seeing skiers do that. Hatley Point in North Carolina is now closed for the season. I know that Omni Homestead in Virginia closed for the season. Winter Place Ski Area in West Virginia is now closed for the season. And of course, snowshoes, uh, night skiing side of the mountain, Silver Creek, has closed for the season. So we're starting to see a lot of that kind of coming about. Um, but there is plentiful snow. I mean, take a look at this live shot right now as we're seeing a lot of buildup. The slopes are perfectly covered. As I came by Sugar Mountain on Sunday, coming back over from a visit to the lake, um, I was not shocked, but semi surprised to see just how nice Sugar Mountain slopes looked. We'll show you those here in a few moments as well. But there's plentiful snow at the ski areas that are open, and there are plenty open here at Appalachian. They've got 13 slopes and trails that are open. They're open for day and night sessions still, but they look quite well. I'll take you over to beach, which is going to be a little on the cloudy side, and you can probably start seeing just a little bit. Snowshoe is also kind of reporting some thin coverage, bare spots. You can tell it's a low hanging cloudy day, but beach is running with 16 slopes and trails open today, and good side to side coverage, plenty of snow depth. I think they're running 38 to 50-inch base, so things are looking good. I'll take you to the summit camera, but as you can tell, pretty cloudy there too. Here's what I was speaking of. You'll see a few areas now becoming a bit thin coverage, and turning things quickly over to true spring skiing. We're starting to see that. Just a lot of the weather has really turned things quite crazy quickly. We saw just in the last 10 days or so, plenty of mild warm temperatures. Not much in the way of rain, but just mild temperatures, and those have certainly taken their toll on the slope conditions. You can see here things are kind of looking a little bit creeping in here at Cataloochee. This is with the base camera shot looking, and you can tell, kind of is what it is. But again, even Cataloochee running 15 slopes and trails today, calling it spring conditions, but um, nevertheless looking pretty doggone good. I'll take you to the base of Sugar, where you can see a lot better snow conditions than what we've seen typically as we approach closing days at Sugar in the past. They're looking quite nice, really. Not much, as far as thin coverage bare areas, although you're starting to see the wear and tear that comes from 70 and almost 80-degree temperatures. Yesterday, as I was driving back over from East Tennessee, from the lake, we saw 80-degree temperatures over there, and in the upper 60s, low 70s as we got back into Banner Elk. So that will certainly take a toll on ski conditions, but you can tell plenty of open terrain. Sugar is open today with 18 slopes and trails, 30 to 66-inch base. So looking pretty great, really, all in all, for a March 8th. But it is quickly coming to a close. We're starting to see a lot more quick talk of, I think Sugar's doing their Easter egg hunt today, and Easter's not yet for another couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Um, but it kind of shares some signs here that you may see some surprise ski resorts, calling it quits just a little bit earlier than normal. Um, Canaan Valley, I'll show you that real quick. They're getting some light rain there. And let me see if this skips back over. It should turn. But this was surprising here. You can see must have gotten quite a bit of rain there. And then, of course, you can tell they're getting a bit more of a heavier shower. But the lifts are turning and they're planning on skiing today. This could be uh, one of their last days of the season as well. I don't think we've gotten a report of that, but it wouldn't surprise me if their last day is not today. And if it's not today, it's certainly, you know, potentially over the next week. I've already reported that Snowshoe is reporting some thin coverage and bare spots. 16 slopes and trails. Let me see if I can get you over to, this is the boathouse shot at Snowshoe Mountain. You can see what they're talking about up in here. Definitely some thin coverage areas. Um, and it just happened literally over just the last week or so. You can see thin coverage over here on the bottom of Balhooter. So you may see some surprises a little bit. I'll take you to the top of Snowshoe. Oops, don't get that camera right now. This is Timberline. Looking pretty good there at Timberline. No worse for the wear. Some thin coverage, bare spots probably going to be showing up there as well. They're operating with 23 slopes and trails today with a reported 30 to 60 inch base. So there you have it. Already mentioned Winter Place is closed for the season. And that just, things kind of deteriorated pretty quickly with the weather. Bryce Resort hasn't really updated their report in about 10 days, but you can tell they are skiing there today. Seem to be open with all slopes and trails, 8, I think it is, slopes and trails open, so not too shabby. Homestead is already closed for the season. Massanutton's open with 17 slopes and trails today, 10 to 22 inch reported base at Massanutton. So let me show you that real quick. There we go. Give you the summit camera up top. You can see the discoloration of spring, and the slopes kind of start narrowing. That is what happens. This is Wintergreen. Just want to kind of show you that despite the temperatures, the slopes themselves, there's plenty of skiable terrain. You want to get out and enjoy it. There's plenty of skiable terrain to enjoy. This is catching right now as I log into it, the bad side of Wisp Resort, but this is coming around now to Squirrel Cage, where you can start seeing some real deterioration. Looks like they've got a race course set up here, but there is plenty of skiable terrain. 15 slopes and trails at Wisp Resort. They're operating with an average base of 32 inches, but it's quickly coming to a close. Here it is, March the 8th. Saw on the reports today a lot of people mentioning pond skims. A couple had them yesterday. A couple are scheduled for yet another week ahead, but we're starting to see that certainly happen now, kind of across the board pretty quickly. I'm going to try to get you just a couple of other bunch of winter fests are scheduled now for the next week. Certainly St. Patrick's Day is coming up in 9 days. More pond skims, as I said earlier. Also, the opportunity if you want to play golf. This is a chance to ski and play golf both in the same day at a number of ski areas in the region. I think I mentioned already, but things are certainly winding down at a seemingly ever increasing pace right now. I already mentioned some ski areas are already closed. Some have closed for night sessions, and all this is on March the 8th. So won't be surprised when you start seeing these kind of temperatures. People start getting other ideas other than hitting the slopes. And the skiers have done really well this season in terms of skier visits and what have you. So there's really no sense, no reason for them to milk a whole lot more out of this season than what they've already gotten. So that's why you might see them pull the trigger a little sooner than normal and not necessarily ski right up to the end of the season, although to the end of the traditional season, which is typically the end of March. But we do have some cold air, and there's even some slight reports of potential light snow, but certainly colder air that would allow for some snowmaking opportunities coming up later in this week. So you could see that also happen. So stay tuned. Jen's been doing a great job of updating us each and every day. Loved her reports of late, and she's been very informative, keeping us all up to date on what's going on across the region for sure. And we're thankful for that. So keep staying tuned, keep checking back here at Ski Southeast and Resort Cams, and follow us on Facebook, follow us on the Discord channel. And if you have a chance, get out and play. There's not a whole lot more days left to do that. And as I said, some ski areas have already decided to shut down for the season. So be sure to check the snow report on skisoutheast.com this morning and daily as we go ahead. That's going to give you your best quick glance view of who's open and who's got what open across the entire region. But anyway, that's it for now. Enjoy your Sunday, March 8th, and we'll check you guys out a little later on. Take care. See you. Bye.